Would you like to be heroic, but you're not quite sure where to start? Gina DeLapa is back, America's ultimate reminders coach, joining us now with how to be a hero in everyday life. And define what you mean by that.
You know, Raul, there are a lot of definitions for being a hero, but I think it means going outside of ourselves, going out of our way to bless somebody else's life, whether we're recognized for it or not.
I love that because you know what? I just went to a back to school night for my kid, and the teachers have these little clips. They move up and down. It's not about if you're just a good student and acting well every single day. That's expected.
Yes.
It's if you go above and beyond. If you do that little extra thing that makes you unique and special. Okay, so I love that. Show your love, show your appreciation while you still can. What does that mean?
Well, you know, tomorrow is promised to no one, so we don't want to walk around feeling morbid, but we want to make the most of today. So make sure the people you love and appreciate know that they're loved and appreciated. Don't you find with your kids, your family, there are a lot of ways to do this? I mean,
There's millions of ways, and
yes.
sometimes it's in the simplest, smallest things, right?
Absolutely, and it's just being there, and I think the other part of that is just taking care of your health. I had lunch with a friend last week who had just come from a physical, and I don't know about you, but most men I know don't really like physicals. but he did it because he wants to be there for his kids and his grandkids. So to me, that's heroic because I know he didn't feel like doing that.
Okay, you also say befriend someone who's lonely or just alone.
Yeah, you know, you don't have to look far, Raul, to find, maybe it's a kid who needs a little TLC or an aging person in your neighborhood. And you can befriend somebody formally, you know, be a big brother, big sister, or just informally. I'm fortunate to live in a building with a lot of other people, and there are daily opportunities to just connect with another human being. And, you know, just giving somebody your ear, a little bit of your friendship is one of the most life-giving acts that we can commit, and it makes both parties feel wonderful.
And it goes a long way. You say also increase your generosity. This kind of goes along the same lines.
Well, yeah, and we got to step up our game. Think about what happened 14 years ago. Our places of worship filled up. We stood in line to give blood. We went outside of ourselves and we were united. You know, and we were a little kinder on the freeway. We just were a little more forgiving and forbearing with each other. So why wouldn't we step up our game today, this weekend, do something a little extra to bring back that feeling that we're all in this together?
I love it. Good advice. Bloom where you're planted. I like this one.
Yeah, you know, again, you don't have to look very far. You know, I know it's very hot out today. It's a very small thing, but I'm determined sometime today I'm going to change into cooler clothes, and I'm going to go pick up trash in my neighborhood. It's a small thing, but, you know, everybody can do something in their workplace, in their neighborhood. They don't have to go across the country, across the world to be a hero and to do something to make the world a better, brighter place.
Okay, this one's a loaded one here.
Oh, I know.
Number 5 is a loaded one. It's easier said than done. Floor Director Javon is pointing the finger at me. I don't know what you're talking about, Javon. Make a point of not complaining. Realistically, Gina, realistically, how do we do this? My thing is, okay, well, if stuff doesn't go wrong constantly, then you don't complain. Well, how do you make a point of not complaining?
Okay. This is one that's hard for us to master, but it's still a worthwhile goal. Haven't you ever heard somebody go on and on about this happened at the grocery store, on the parking lot, and you think, hey, that's life. That happens to us all. And I think when we hear complaints in other people, it puts a little bit of a check on our own complaining. I was having this conversation, oddly enough, with my butcher the other day. And I know, deep conversations with the butcher. But he made a very good point, Raul. He said, the harder life is, the more we have to count our blessings. And I know that 99% of the people out there got it a lot harder than I do. So if I refrain from complaining, I'm lightening their load.
See, that makes sense. That makes sense. See, I tell my wife sometimes what she may consider something to be complaining. I describe it as comedic storytelling, and don't interpret that as it's not complaining. It's telling. Look at this that happened. It's funny.
Okay, now I will say in fairness, sometimes we do need to vent, and you know, and we shouldn't go around beating people over the head when they're just needing to vent. Just let it go in one ear and out the other.
Okay. Good advice. Gina, we thank you as always. You always kind of ground me. It's always very good. I feel always much better after talking to you.
Excellent.
Thank you, Gina. By the way, Gina is giving away a free copy of her ebook, full of great advice just like this. If you want to get a copy, you can there it is. You can log on to fox5sandiego.com and click that Scene On tab and get your hands on that book. Gina, thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you, Raul.